Hey y'all, what's going on? I'm back for Real Housewives of Atlanta season 8. I'm not sure what episode this is, but we are coming to a close. Next week is the season finale. Thank God, because I'm tired of this shit. I don't know. Like, I don't know what they should do with Real Housewives of Atlanta at this point. I don't know if they should revamp it or just be done with it altogether. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, excuse me. But let's just get into it. We get Candy, Mama Joyce and Todd. They come along for her doctor's appointment in regards to the baby. They meet with Dr. Jackie. Um, Dr. Jackie is explaining that they could still have sex or whatever. And it's kind of an awkward conversation because Mama Joyce is there or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And Todd is like, come on, like, don't have this conversation and Mama Joyce, in front of Mama Joyce and all this stuff. But she was saying, Dr. Jackie was sitting up here saying that they could have sex on, like, try having sex on the counter or some shit. I was just like, oh my God. I mean, a Dr. Jackie girl having this kind of fuckery in front of Mama Joyce. And Mama Joyce just had a look on her face like she was not here for that conversation. I was just like, oh, girl, you could have told her to step out the room for a minute or something. I was just like, But anyways, we get Kim. She's talking to some white guy, about business. I don't remember exactly what he, does or whatever, but it's about business. Um, he asks us about Kenya's project, and Kim was like, she don't think her and Kenya could work together or whatever. There's just too many issues between them. The guy was like, people, work together sometimes and they don't like each other. And she was just like, yeah, but she didn't win my trust over and everything. And I just felt like it's just too much, pretty much too much water under the bridge with her and Kenya. So, she was like, she was one of the few people that was supportive, trying to be supportive of her film while everybody else was reading her into the next millennium. I said, who, Kim? Okay, you got. I like that one right there. They was reading her into the next millennium. I mean, which was true though. She won't lying. You know what I'm saying? But moving on from that, we get Phaedra at her house. She invites her lawyer friend over for dinner. Um, they talk about jail and everything. Well, actually, Phaedra asks her about the new location that Apollo is at. You guys know now he is in New Jersey at a facility there. And she asks the lawyer friend about that or whatever, how the jail and everything. And the lawyer tells her that the jail is child friendly, but there are some regulations, like if there was like a snowstorm or something, that they probably would have to cancel the visitation because of that and all this stuff. Like it's a lot, going on, a lot of rules or whatever. Phaedra says she's going to tell the kids very little because, which is understandable because, she was saying she doesn't want to get their hopes up if they go to see him and then they can't see him because of for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? And she's saying how much her lawyer friend has been very supportive of her through this. She knew her when she was starting out as a lawyer or whatever. So, yeah, moving on from that, we get Kenya, her and Matt. They arrive at the new house and everything. They're still being work done. And it is coming along, Kenya. I will give you that. I was like, okay now. They're waiting for Auntie Cisco, like some of the other YouTubers call her, or whatever. And Auntie Cisco seems to be okay with Matt and everything. Kenya is showing her around the house. She had the nerve to talk about some fireplace or whatever. Auntie Cisco like, child, ain't nothing but some nail and board right there. I was like, I mean, it is true though. I want nothing but nail and board. What can we call that? A fireplace? The shit ain't even established or fixed up all the way yet. Talking about some damn fireplace, child, please. Anyways, Auntie Cisco, she asked about Matt and everything. And I guess she's just kind of like, concerned a little bit because Kenya usually comes to her and tells her about a new guy that she's dating. But Kenya wants to do things different. She just wants to take things slow. And she's really not trying to put pressure on him about like certain things, like when it comes to marriage and pregnancy or whatever. I was like, all right, Kenya, good, you trying to take a different approach to this dating scene, because the approach you had before was, yeah, no. But you know, and she said that her and Matt had a fight or whatever, and he was about to walk out, but then he stopped himself and he turned around. He said, you know what, you don't need nobody walking out on you. You need somebody that's going to pretty much, stand here and fight with you and everything. Stand here with you. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet. Like, but no, for real, y'all. It really was. I really found that to be very sweet and everything. That he's trying. You know what I'm saying? He's trying, and he's trying to stick there with her, and yeah. I really thought that was sweet and everything. And Auntie Cisco pretty much just tells her, don't run him away now and everything, or don't run him off or something like that. And Kenya, she don't take offense to it. She make a joke with it or whatever. She was like, I may not run him off today, but I may run him off next week. But anyways, we get Portia. Her dogs are pooping on the floor. Lauren comes over. They talk about Oliver. Then they start talking about the photo shoot for Naked Lingerie. They called Johnny up for his input. He's pretty much like no booties and everything. And Portia was like, well, I mean, everybody's not a size 2 or whatever. Like, I have to, and I mean, I agree, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm small frame, but, everybody isn't a size 2 or whatever. So she can't help that she got a butt, you know what I'm saying? She has to, and besides, it's a lingerie photo shoot. She has to exude her curves. But, yeah, so moving on from that, we get Cynthia and Kim. Kim shows her the Marshall. Cynthia is pleased with it, and she wants Kim to do a voiceover or whatever. She likes Kim's voice, but she wants Kim to be sexy with it. Cynthia asks Kim about, is she okay, pretty much from the whole fruity comment incident situation that happened in Jamaica. And Kim was like, yeah, like me and my husband, she was like, I talked to my husband about it, we're over it, we just laughed it off, like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And she also asks her about Kenya, and she's pretty much over Kenya and having a friendship with her. Just she don't care. Candy and Phaedra, they have a get together. Oh, I'm sorry, I just got distracted by Watch What Happens Live. John Legend just came out of nowhere with Kim and whoever else is sitting next to her. But anyways, back on topic. Phaedra shows up to Candy's house. Or whatever. Phaedra gives Candy some nipple rings to breastfeed baby Ace or whatever. And Candy kind of looking like like yeah, I'm not fixing to be using these or whatever. But she was saying that she honestly was kind of uncomfortable when she was attempting to do it when she had Riley and everything. But Phaedra claims that the nipple rings are supposed to help, whatever. So they start talking about the trip. She was like, Nene showed up and everything, and Candy was like, what, how that happened, all this stuff. And she was saying that, Phaedra was saying that her and Cynthia, they're working on their friendship. She tells her about the whole Kenya and Cynthia situation with the whole BFF incident or whatever. And Candy was like, what? Like, she was sitting up here like she was like, why is she pretty much was fronting or whatever and everything, because she was like, and that's when she had brought up, when Phaedra wasn't there for the whole boat situation, the whole boat thing that they had where Cynthia kicked the dog shit out of Portia. Yeah, she was like, yeah, because Kenya had said then that her and Cynthia was BFFs or whatever, and Cynthia didn't deny it then, you know what I'm saying? It's like she went along with it. But anyways, so and then she was like, Nene and Sheree, they're friends again. And then Candy is just shocked because she was like, what? Like, I'm shocked that, her and Sheree just acting like they were so happy to see each other or whatever, this, that, and the third, considering how, so much turmoil that they have had. I mean, we all know, like, Nene and Sheree, they've had their ups and downs or whatever. They've had a real rough relationship over the years or whatever. But it seemed like it's always been like that with the up and down stuff or whatever. But Candy, she was like, I don't know if I would be friends with her again so quick. You know how Candy do. But anyways, they start talking about Apollo. Phaedra doesn't really want to tell Candy that she may be visiting Apollo with the boys because she feel like everybody been in her business fucking enough or whatever about the whole situation. So moving on from that, we get Portia and Cynthia. Cynthia is actually gonna be one of the models for Portia's photo shoot and everything. They're running 2 hours behind on the photo shoot because some of the photos were supposed to be taken outside. Portia's running rapid a little bit because she's used to Lauren being there, and now that Lauren has to kind of lay chill a little bit because she's further along in her pregnancy. Portia has to kind of do a lot of things on her own or whatever, so she's not used to it. But I mean, Portia was handling it. You know what I'm saying? They had to end up moving the photo shoot inside or whatever, inside the house, and I think they all look nice in the lingerie and everything. So moving on from that, we get Phaedra. She's taking the boys to see Apollo. They end up in Philly or whatever at a hotel. The boys are playing around. I love seeing them together. Aiden and Mr. Thanksgiving. But her mom is also there, and the mom is asking, when you're gonna tell them or whatever, and she was like, pretty much when we're at the jail and everything. And then she was like, have you thought about when they are getting ready to leave, like how they may react or whatever. And Phaedra, she's heard different stories about kids having to leave the jail, once they're leaving the jail or whatever, to go back home and stuff like that. Like the experiences how a lot of kids didn't want to leave. They wanted to stay longer with with their dads and this, that, and the third or whatever. So she pretty much knows what could possibly happen. You know what I'm saying? Kenya and Matt, they go to dinner or whatever. They have to cook their own appetizers or whatever. I thought that was cute. That's different. She like I said, she realizes she doesn't want to put pressure on Matt about kids. She started asking him questions and stuff like that. He pretty much says like he's not a partier anymore or whatever. And he says that he's lived with 2 women before, and I guess he was married before, and his last marriage didn't work out because he wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? And but he does want to have kids within the next year or 2 and everything. And they seem to be on the same page, which is pretty cool. Damn, we at the end already? Shit. We get Phaedra. The boys, they're playing around once again and everything. And little Mr. Thanksgiving, he kisses his big brother on the lips. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. As you can tell, they really love each other. As brothers should, of course, as siblings should. Aiden, he talking about some work in business or whatever. I'm like, what you know about some work in business? And Dylan, he's talking about karate or whatever, like how he's over it and everything. And it was just so cute the way he was saying karate and everything. And they finally get, mind you, they're in the car, by the way, talking about all this stuff. They finally get to the jail. Of course, the cameras couldn't come in because, of course, in no jail facility has cameras ever been allowed, except for like, them shows that be on, damn, what's the name of the show? Beyond Scared Straight, shows like that. When it comes to these reality, TV shows, of course, the cameras ain't gonna be let in. But so once they get back, Phaedra's mom was sitting in the car. Phaedra says that the visit was very interesting. Aiden said he didn't like Apollo's hair because he got a mohawk now. And then the Phaedra's mom, she was like, ooh, like, and I was kind of like, ooh, too. I'm like, did they have a picture of him with the mohawk? Child, I don't know, I forgot. But yeah, that if I haven't seen the picture or whatever, that don't really sound too. Now, not on Apollo. I'm actually tired of the whole mohawk look on guys. Period. To be quite frank with you, or maybe that's just me. I don't know. But the kids were ready to go like after an hour because they didn't have no toys or whatever, and kids, their attention span is quite short or whatever. Apollo, he doesn't want a divorce, but Phaedra, she still does, and she wants to move on with her life. And that was pretty much the end of the episode. You guys let me know how you feel about it. This is probably the shortest review y'all ever gonna get from me on this channel. But y'all tell me how y'all feel about it. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.